Check one. Check one. Right. Hello, everybody. Back again with our night session. These days, what we are actually doing is we are doing the support seminar paper. We already finished the second part of support seminar paper, that is question number 20 to 40. Today, we'll have to do question number 1 to 20, first part. Right? Before we start, just confirm me from your end. Is all the DOs perfect? All good. All good. Good. Hurry. Hurry. Right. So going to the paper line, going to the paper. Going to the paper, we already discussed the last 20 questions. That is second set of the question. Today we'll have to start from the first one. Right. From your end, get ready with your review book. Now, last paper, I have already sent a review. I got a review from one of my students. That's what I forwarded. The last 20 questions. This one also, those who are writing, hopefully write a review. At the end, you can send me the review as well. However, all of you get ready from your side, take a book or something and send me ready. Ready. Right. Perfect. Going to the paper. Going to the paper. Question 1. Select the correct scientific name of national bird of Sri Lanka. And sir, should we memorize scientific names? No need. You don't need to memorize a scientific name, but know the scientific name of modern human. That you all know. No. What's the scientific name of modern human? That one also don't tell you don't know. Homo sapiens. So that one just memorize and keep. But what you should know is, you should know the rules when writing or printing scientific names. What are the rules? If you take scientific names, Lamai, there are two parts in the name. You call them epithets. There are two epithets. First epithet is generic epithet. Second epithet is specific epithet. Now, if you take modern human, two epithets are there. Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens. First epithet is generic epithet. Second epithet is specific epithet. Now, when you're writing it, listen, always remember, first letter is capital. All the other letters are simple. First letter capital, all the other letters, each and every other letter is simple. After the space also, you write it in simple. If you are handwriting it, now here I have handwritten it. If you are handwriting it, you have to underline. If it is handwritten, you underline. If you are printing, you use the font, italic font. If you are printing, now papers are printed, no? So if printed, you use the italic font. Use the italic font. Now that doesn't mean when writing you slant it, write it in the italic font, no need. When writing, write it in normal font, then you underline. When you are printing, you are using italic font. Huh? Go to the question. Select the correct scientific name of national bird of Sri Lanka. Now check which one satisfies all those conditions. First one. Two epithets are there correct. First letter capital, all the other letters simple. That is also correct. But a paper is printed. If so, what letter you should use? Italic letter on. That is missing. First one wrong. First one wrong. Second one. Two epithets are there. First letter capital, all the other letters simple. They have printed it. They have used italic letters. Then it satisfies all the condition. Then yes, it is correct. Now tell me why third one is wrong? Why third one is wrong then? If second one is correct, then all the others are wrong. Why third one is wrong? They have used capital letters twice. No, you can't. Only first letter capital, all the other letters simple. Then third one also wrong. Last one. Why last one wrong? All are simple. That is also wrong. First letter should be capital. Then this is also wrong. That's also wrong. So don't go to memorize these things. Simply put it to the mind. Two epithets are there. First epithet, generic epithet. Second epithet, specific epithet. First letter capital, all the other letters simple. Writing, you underline. If it is printed, use italic letters. Okay. Question number 2. Question number 2. An object moving at velocity 40 meters per second. Onna puthe velocity is given. Velocity is given. V given. Contain 80,000 joules of energy. Energy, some sort of energy. If it is moving, most of the time it is kinetic energy. What is the mass of it? Object is moving. If object is moving, guarantee tell me what type of energy it has. What type of energy? First, that should click into your mind. On kinetic energy. Object is moving, nang it has kinetic energy. Object is moving, nang it has kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is given. Kinetic energy is given how much? 80,000 joules. And sir, they have not told kinetic energy. No need to tell. You should know if the object is moving, it has kinetic energy. That is the energy they are referring to. Kinetic energy, 80,000 joules. I hope I am correct. 80,000 joules. Yes. Moving at a velocity 40 meters per second. Velocity 40 meters per second. What are they asking? The mass. On. What's the equation? What's the equation for kinetic energy? Kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. Kinetic energy, you know, 80,000 equals half m you don't know. That is what you need to calculate. Then keep it as m. V square. V is 40. 40 whole thing square. Now maths. Now full and full maths. We'll find the square value of it. Neither. Then you can cut it. No? 80,000 equal half into m into 40 square. What's the value of 40 square? 4 into 4, 16. Do things, do in the mind. Have a concentrated mindset, focus, then do in the brain itself. 4 into 4, 16. 10 into 10, 100. Then 1600, 1600. 1600. Sorry. Now you can cut the zeros. Double zero cancel off. 16 and 80 you can cut it off. That is 5 times. But 1 0 is remaining. Now doing the mind la, I no need So now dig into the calculation. 50 here, that side half, take that to this side. When you take that to this side, m is equal to how much? Do in the mind and tell. Take this denominator 2 to the other side, become multiplication. What's the value? Hadayappa 25. Denominator 2. Onna pute. Here you have division. Division, when it goes to the other side, it becomes multiplication. එතකොට ළමයි we have 50 here. Look, 50. Division 2, you take on other side, multiplication 2. හොඳ පුතාලා කියන්න ළමයි 50 into 2. How much? 100. Mass comes in kilograms. 100 kilograms. හරි. තේරුණාද? පුරිංචිචා. Okay. Yeah. So that's your calculation. What's your answer? Answer number 2. Answer is answer number 2. One of those who want Dingala, write it. Quickly, don't look and write. Don't need look and write. You all do the calculation. You all do. Write it. Huh. Third question. Third question. Which element produces a white solid when burnt in air? Onna puthe, when you hear that word, white solid when burnt in air, what should come into your mind? Magnesium. What should come into your mind? Magnesium. Remember the burning of magnesium, combustion of magnesium. Some special points are there. When magnesium is combusted, that means magnesium is reacted with oxygen. Combustion is reacting with oxygen. When magnesium is combusted, what is formed is magnesium oxide. What is formed is magnesium oxide. Remember, magnesium oxide is a white colored powder. It's a white colored powder. You take a stripe of magnesium, burn it. Imagine this, eh? Don't go to memorize this. Imagine. You take a stripe of magnesium. You are burning it. What color powder is going to be formed? White color. Another question. What is the color of the flame? What's the color of the flame? That also keep in mind. When you burn magnesium, the flame color is bright white flame. Flame color is bright white flame. These are very unique features only for magnesium oxygen reaction. Bright white flame. Okay. So what's your answer? Which element produces a white solid when burnt in air? Answer is magnesium. Doubtlessly magnesium. Additionally, tell me, when you burn sulfur, what's the color of the flame? Last paper class I was doing this. When you burn sulfur, what's the color of the flame? Remember, flame color is blue. Sulfur gives you blue color flame. Sulfur gives you blue flame. Those are unique features. Right. Which of the following oxide is most acidic? Most acidic. Most acidic. Remember this. Listen, remember this. This once I did already, maybe in the first or second MCQ discussion. Listen, will you? Hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon. Sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon, potassium, calcium. You draw a staircase. Lithium, beryllium down, aluminium down. That way you draw a staircase. Lithium, beryllium down, aluminium down. Whatever the elements below the staircase are metals. Elements out of the staircase are non-metals. Already I have done this. Metals on the, elements on the staircase. On the staircase you have boron. Silicon is also on the staircase, if I properly do. Elements on the staircase are metalloids. On the staircase, metalloids. Next, these metals, non-metals, they form oxides. They form oxides. Oxides of metals are basic. Sodium is a metal. Oxide of sodium. Sodium oxide on basic. Magnesium is a metal. Oxide of magnesium. Magnesium oxide on basic. Oxides of metals are basic. On the other hand, oxides of non-metals are acidic. Oxides of non-metals are acidic. Sulfur dioxide, acidic. Nitrogen dioxide, acidic. Carbon dioxide, acidic. It's acidic gas. You should have learned it in acid rain. Why the normal rain is acidic? Because of carbon dioxide and nitrogen dioxide. Those are acidic gases. So oxides of metals and non-metals are acidic. Oxides of metals are basic. As well as you can take oxides of metalloids are also acidic. Metalloids also we take acidic. One special point, aluminium oxide. Aluminium oxide, Al2O3. Now this you all know, no? Al2O3. That is a special oxide. Why? Amphoteric. Aluminium oxide is amphoteric. That means it shows both acidic and basic features. That's the theory. Now looking at this, you can see from left to right, acidity increases. Can you see? From left to right, acidity increases. Why? Now if you take third period, sodium basic, magnesium oxide basic, aluminium oxide amphoteric, silicon dioxide acidic. When you go, it becomes acidic. So from left to right, acidity increases. Agree? Basic, amphoteric, acidic. Acidity increases left to right. Left to right, remember, acidity increases. Left to right, remember, acidity increases. This way. Acidity increases. Left to right. Okay. So pH decrease, of course, yes. That's the first class. First class I gave this. Now go to the question. Which of the following oxide is most acidic? Most acidic. Now think. Sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, sodium oxide. First tell me sodium oxide. Can it be acidic? Can sodium oxide be acidic? No. Sodium oxide is not acidic. Carbon monoxide lamai. Carbon monoxide can form acid. That is formic acid. Very weak acid. Right? For that it has to join with OH minus ions. So it's a very weak acid. It's acidic, very weak acid. Fight is between carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide. Now tell me, out of carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide, which one is more acidic? Which one is more acidic? Sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide can form sulfurous acid. Carbon dioxide will only form carbonic acid. Carbonated water. More than carbonic acid, sulfur dioxide is more acidic. So this is most acidic. Okay. So your answer is sulfur dioxide. Question 5. Which pair of substance can be used to produce hydrogen gas in the lab? To produce hydrogen gas in the lab, what you can use? I think last week, no, yes, no. Very recently we discussed about it. Can you all remember? To produce hydrogen, the metal should displace hydrogen, isn't it? To produce hydrogen, to release hydrogen, metal should displace hydrogen. To displace hydrogen, that metal should be above hydrogen or below hydrogen in activity series? Above hydrogen. That's the theory. I think last paper, this paper itself, they dressed it nicely and gave you. Same logic. They dressed it nicely and gave you. Now today again, that same type of question, they have dressed it. You all tell me which metal is above hydrogen? Which metal is above hydrogen? Zinc. Zinc plus HCl, you get hydrogen gas. Answer is answer 4. Question 6. When examining the factors needed for photosynthesis, which one's necessity is most difficult to be shown practically? Remember, when doing the practical for the photosynthesis, the factors necessary for photosynthesis, Waters experiment. That is what is most difficult. Experiment to prove what is necessary for photosynthesis. That is very difficult. For that, they take the isotope of oxygen. From that, they connect it to water. From the isotope only, they prove that part is there. Sunlight, you can directly paste a black paper, colorless paper, and then do the test. Carbon dioxide, you cover one leaf with potassium hydroxide, one leaf with water, you can show. For chlorophyll, you select a mosaic leaf, you can show. Waters experiment. That is what is hard to do. Waters experiment, if you try to do it in a normal way is control experiment. If you try to do a control experiment for water's necessity, to one plant, you give water. To the other plant, you have to stop the supply of water. To one plant, you supply water. To the other plant, you have to stop the supply of water. The plant that receives water, it is happy, it can do photosynthesis. You all tell me, once when you stop the supply of water to the other plant, can it survive? Can it survive without water? It will die. During the experiment, the plant will die, Lamai. During the experiment, plant will die. If it dies, can we do the experiment to show what is needed for this plant? So normal control experiment cannot be done to prove what is necessary for photosynthesis. For this, you specifically take the isotope of oxygen and then attach it to the water and do separate story there. What is hard to do there is water. All the other three you can show. Water. Question number 7. What is the sex-linked disorder that occurs in males? Hemophilia. Hemophilia that only affects male population. That's a sex-linked disorder that affects male population. How we think males are how? What to do? It only affects male population. Okay. Even color blindness, lamai. Now these are sex-linked disorders. No? Even color blindness. Mostly who get affected? It affects males and females, but mostly who get affected? And yeah, our fellows males. It also mostly affects the males. But however, it can affect females also, but mainly it affects the males. Hmm. The number of sex chromosomes in somatic cell of man is. How many sex chromosomes are there in somatic cell of man? Somatic cell කියන්නේ except the gamete cells, except sperm cell and egg cell, all the other cells are somatic cells. If you take somatic cells, you all tell me altogether how many chromosomes are there in somatic cell? Altogether tell me how many chromosomes? Now look at the questions I'm asking. Altogether how many chromosomes are there in somatic cell? 46 chromosomes. These are different questions they can ask. You know the theory, different patterns of asking the same question. Altogether, how many chromosomes are there in human? How many chromosomes in human? Altogether, there are 46 chromosomes. I'll write it as 46. See? How many pairs of chromosomes are there? How many pairs of chromosomes are there? If they ask pairs, you write 23 pairs. Out of these 23 pairs, out of these 23 pairs, 22 pairs are autosomal chromosome. 22 pairs are autosomal chromosome that decides most of your other features except your gender. Your gender deciding chromosome, it's one pair of chromosome. That is called sex chromosome. So human contain 23 pairs of chromosome. Out of that 23 pairs, 22 pairs are autosomal. One pair is sex chromosome. Again, I repeat the word. One pair is sex chromosome. The sex chromosome only decides your gender. Together with gender, it decides some other features also. But specifically, it has the genes that determines your gender. Autosomal chromosome, they don't have the genes that determine the gender. They determine most of the other features. So there is one pair of sex chromosome in human. One pair of sex chromosome. Now the question is asking number of sex chromosomes. Then you all tell me one pair of sex chromosome now. How many sex chromosomes are there? Now you think reverse. One pair of sex chromosome in human, then how many sex chromosomes are there? Two. Two sex chromosomes in the somatic cell. See, with this number, they can play a lot time. If they ask you how many chromosomes are there in human, your answer is 46. How many pairs of chromosomes in human? Then you write 23 pairs. You write 23 pairs. See what are the different ways they can ask the question. How many pairs? 23 pairs. If they ask how many pairs of autosomal chromosomes are there, then you write 22 pairs. If they ask you how many pairs of sex chromosomes are there, one pair. If they ask you how many sex chromosomes are there, two sex chromosomes. Look at the number now, that is maths. Altogether 46 chromosomes, that is 23 pairs. Out of 23 pairs, 22 pairs are autosomal chromosome. They decide most of the other features. If you want, I'll write and keep. Some people need a note on that. 22 autosomal chromosome, it decides most of the other features. Remaining one pair of chromosome is there. That one pair of chromosome decides your gender. It decides your gender, whether you are a male or a female. But don't think it only has the gender deciding genes. Additionally, it has other genes as well. But specifically, it has gender deciding genes. Then we have one pair of sex chromosome. One pair කියන්නේ how many sex chromosome? Two sex chromosomes. Okay. Now again, you can get a question like this also. How many autosomal chromosomes are there in human? Think and answer. Panna, don't go to answer. How many autosomal chromosomes are there in human? How many autosomal chromosomes are there in human? Then your answer is 44. How many? How many pairs are there? Then your answer is 22 pairs. How many sex chromosomes are there? 2. How many pairs of sex chromosomes are there? 1 pair. So they can ask in both the ways. Okay. So here they are asking how many, the number of sex chromosomes in somatic cell. Number of sex chromosomes are 2 sex chromosomes. What they mean by somatic cell is except your gamete cell, all the other cells are somatic cell. If you specifically come to gamete cell, then the number of chromosomes will differ there. That's why they specifically define somatic cell. That means except sperm cell and egg cell, except the gamete cells. Understood that part? Some people had a confusion. I guess most of you went for the answer 46. That's what you call as careless mistake. At once when you see number of chromosomes, you went put 46. No, you read again. So many roots are there. Understood? Right. Question number 9. Question number 9. So you in dark. What to do, Puta? Question 9. We have given enough lighting, but background is white, no? It become dark. But when I sit in the classroom, due to the brightness of my students, I become bright. Now, no students, no? Only screen is there, no? So I'm dark. Hurry, come to the question. What is the pressure exerted on the body of a fish swimming in a tank at depth 2.5 meters? Fish is there at 2.5 meters. Hurry, fish has gone to that depth. They are asking the pressure. Density of water is gravitational acceleration is given. Onna what is the equation that should come into your mind when they ask pressure inside water? What's the equation? Dingala things should come into your mind. What's the equation? Hydrostatic pressure is equal to H rho G. H rho G. H is there 2.5. Rho is the density is there 1000. Gravitational acceleration is there 10. Do in the mind. Do the calculation in the mind. Work. Do the calculation in mind. H. Do with me. 2.5. Lock it in your mind. 2.5. Multiplied by 1000. Density 1000. Multiply 2.5 by 1000. 250. 2.5. You multiply by 1000. 25. Then again another 0 means 250. Another 0 will come 2500. So you multiply by 1000, it becomes 2500. 2500 multiplied by another 10, how much? 2500 multiplied by another 10. That is 25,000. Answer is answer 3. Okay. You want me to write and show? 2.5 multiplied by 1000 multiplied by 10. 2.5 multiplied by 1000, you jump 3 decimals, then you become 2500. 2500 multiplied by 10, 25,000. Those things do in the mind. Question 10. Question 10. When an object is thrown vertically up, it travels a height of 20 meters under the acceleration due to gravity. The velocity of the object we should be assume that no energy wastage took place during the transmission. I discussed a question like this in one of a past paper. I discussed a question like this. On object is there here. It is thrown vertically up. It is going up. You all tell me, when an object is going up, it will accelerate or decelerate? When you throw an object up, it accelerates or decelerates. Only think about upward motion. Don't think about again coming back. Don't think about that. When the object is going up, accelerate or decelerate? Think an answer. You throw a pen and see what's happening. Decelerate. Of course, it will decelerate. It will slow down. Now those who told accelerate, think. You throw a pen. It's accelerating, breaking the ceiling, going out of the sky, going out of Sri Lanka, going out of the earth, going to the space. Is that what happens? So once when you throw an object up, it slows down. I was joking. I was also joking. It slows down. That means it's decelerating. Don't think it's accelerating. Hari? So when you throw an object upward motion, deceleration happens. That means object will slow down. You throw it at, let's take 50 meters per second. Just imagine you throw it at 50 meters per second. Slows down 40 meters per second, 30 meters per second, 20 meters per second, 10 meters per second. At the end, at the highest point, it comes to 0 meters per second. At the maximum point, at maximum point, that's the maximum height, object comes to 0 meters per second. 0 meters per second comes to rest. That is at the maximum point. Huh. You all tell me, when you are throwing, you throw it with a certain velocity. That means the object is moving. So initially, what energy is there in the object? You are throwing it, it is having a certain velocity. If so, what energy is there in the object? Kinetic energy. Initially, it has kinetic energy. At the end, at the highest point, velocity is 0. Velocity 0 means no kinetic energy, but it is at a very huge height. Then what energy is there? At that height, what energy is there? Potential energy. What can you tell about the initial kinetic energy and final potential energy? Both are equal. Whatever the energy you give initially is the same energy you are going to have finally as well. So initially you are giving it kinetic energy. So finally that kinetic energy get converted into potential energy. So whatever the energy you give initially, kinetic energy, and whatever the energy you have finally, potential energy, both are equal. So you can tell kinetic energy initial and potential energy final are both equal. I have done this already, very deeply I have done. Can remember law of conservation of energy, I deeply went and taught you. So from that only I obtain it. Kinetic energy initial, potential energy final, both are equal. Now what's the question telling? What's the question telling? When an object is thrown vertically upward, it travels a height of 20 meters. Height is given. 20 meters. It travels a height of 20 meters. Under the acceleration due to gravity. The velocity of the object should be, what's the velocity of the object initially? With what velocity you throw it? With what velocity you throw it up? How to do this question? On kinetic energy initial, potential energy final, both are equal. We'll write the equation for that. Kinetic energy initial. What's the equation for kinetic energy? Half mv square. What's the equation for potential energy? mgh. What can you tell about half mv squared and mgh? Both are equal. Now you will tell me, sir, mass of the object is not given for me. question error need. Huh? Mass is not given. You don't need the mass, Lamai. Why? In the equation, on the left hand side you have m, right hand side you have m. Both the side m, m. What will happen? Mathematically think. Cancel off. You don't need m. Without m, you can find the v. So once an m cancel off, what you have is half v square is equal to gh. Half v square is equal to gh. What you need to find is v, no? I'll subject v square. Now maths. V square is equal to half. Numerator when goes to the other side, tell me. Numerator on other side become, sorry, denominator when goes to the other side, it become multiplication. 2gh. 2gh. We'll find v square value. V square is equal to 2 times g is 10. Height is given. Height is 20. From there, v square is equal to 2 into 20, 40. 40 into 10, 400. V square is 400. Henang, tell me, what's the value of v? V is square root of 400. Square root of 400 is plus 20 or minus 20. Most of the time, velocity can't have a minus value, so it should be plus value. From that, you can tell velocity is 20 meters per second. Okay. Got the logic there? Can it have a negative value? Yes, it can, if we consider the direction. The direction story is not there in our syllabus. No, we don't talk about vectors in our syllabus. So according to vector theorem, one direction is taken as positive, its opposite direction is taken as negative. So with that you can deal. So from that you can tell your answer is 20 meters per second. 20 meters per second is answer number. Okay. Next, going to question 11. Occasion where meiosis take place. When you hear the word meiosis, what should come into your mind? Formation of gametes. Again, repeat with me. Again, open the mouth and repeat with me. When you hear the word meiosis, what should come into your mind? Formation of gametes. Answer. What is gametes? Sperm cell, egg cell, pollen. If it is flower, pollen there, ovules there. They are all gametes. For the formation of gametes, meiosis takes place. An occasion which meiosis takes place, answer 1 is there when producing gametes. Answer 1 directly here, producing gametes. Okay. Question 12. Which of the following is used as a catalyst in the production of ammonia industry? Ammonia production. What's the catalyst? What's the catalyst in ammonia production? Remember, ammonia production, your catalyst is porous iron. Porous iron is used as catalyst for ammonia production. Porous ion for ammonia production. Okay. We'll tell all the catalysts and go. We'll tell all the catalysts and go. Nickel. Nickel is used as a catalyst for what industry? What industry uses nickel? Remember, nickel is used as a catalyst in margarine industry. Margarine industry only nickel is used. Manganese dioxide is used as a catalyst not in any industry. It is used as a catalyst for the decomposition of hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide decomposition, your catalyst is manganese dioxide. Hydrogen peroxide decomposition, catalyst is manganese dioxide. Platinum, costly business. Used as a catalyst for nitric acid. Platinum for nitric acid. One more catalyst is there. It's not there here. One more catalyst is there. Remember, in sulfuric acid production, your catalyst is vanadium pentoxide. Vanadium pentoxide. Again, open the mouth and tell louder. First, tell me for industries, what are the catalysts used? For the production of margarine, what's the catalyst? Open the mouth and tell. Margarine, what's the catalyst? Nickel. Again, open the mouth and tell. Margarine, what's the catalyst? Nickel. Manganese dioxide, just keep it aside. Nitric acid, what's the catalyst? Platinum. Nitric acid, what's the catalyst? Platinum. Ammonia production, porous ion. Ammonia production, porous ion. Sulfuric acid, vanadium pentoxide. Sulfuric acid, vanadium pentoxide. Again, open the mouth and tell louder. Margarine production, nickel. Nitric acid, costly one. Remember, nitric is costly. Just keep that in mind. Nitric acid, platinum. Ammonia, porous ion. Ammonia, porous ion. Sulfuric acid, vanadium pentoxide. Again, open the mouth and tell louder. Margarine, margarine production, nickel. Nitric acid, platinum. Ammonia, porous ion. Sulfuric acid, vanadium pentoxide. Additionally, remember, for the decomposition of hydrogen peroxide, the catalyst we use is manganese dioxide. Hydrogen peroxide decomposition catalyst is manganese dioxide. Okay. Okay. Put it to the mind and keep. So here they are asking the catalyst for ammonia industry. Ammonia industry, your answer is porous ion. Question 13. Number of neutrons and number of electrons in the ion indicated by symbol Z15, 31, 3 minus respectively are. Right. Z15, 31, 3 minus. They are asking neutrons and electrons, right? Neutrons and electrons. You all tell me. Atomic number 15. If atomic number is 15, how many protons are there? protons are there? Dingala, tell me. That's a baby question. How many protons are there? 15 protons. 15 protons. Mass number 31. We already know mass number is equal to number of neutrons plus number of protons. Mass number 31. Neutron you don't know. Proton is 15. Ehenang, do in the mind and tell me how many neutrons are there? 16. Neutrons are 16. Now, Panapana, you will tell me answer. Protons are 15, then electrons are also 15. That is where you make wrong. Protons are 15, yes. Does that mean electrons are also always 15? No. Look here, it's a ion. It has -3 charge. You all tell me how negative ions are formed. By gaining electron or releasing electron? By gaining electron or releasing electron? How negative ions are formed? By gaining or releasing electron? Gaining electron. It already has 15 electron. It already has 15 electron. Now it has additionally gained 3 more electron. Now, what's the total number of electron? What's the total number of electron? 18 electron. So be careful with that. If it is negative ion, it will have some more additional electron. If it is positive ion, it will have less number of electron. That point keep in mind. So it is -3 charge, negative ion. That means it has gained electron. How many electron it has gained? 3 electrons. Okay. So they are asking neutron number 16 and electron number 18. 16 and 18, answer is answer 3. 16, 18, answer is answer. Okay. Question number 14. Question number 14. Question number 14. Plants that are referred to as monoecious plant. Onnaputa. What is monoecious plants? What is monoecious plant? Remember, plants. You can divide them into two. Monoecious, dioecious. Monoecious, dioecious. What is monoecious plant means? Plants that have both staminate. Staminate කියන්නේ male. Staminate and pistillate. Pistillate කියන්නේ female. Staminate, male, pistillate, female, both the flowers in same plant. That is monoecious. Plants that bear both staminate and pistillate flowers in the same plant. In dioecious කියන්නේ staminate flowers are separately born in separate plant. Pistillate flowers are again separately born in a separate plant. Such plant is dioecious plant. Monoecious plant bear both staminate and pistillate flowers in the same plant. Remember the picture. Don't go to memorize this. Same plant, both staminate and pistillate. That is monoecious. Separate plants, staminate, pistillate, dioecious. Okay. The question is asking which of the following is, Plant that are referred to as monoecious plant. Monoecious plant, both staminate and pistillate should be there. What's your answer? Answer is answer number one. Answer is answer number one. Remember the picture there. Plants that bear both staminate and pistillate flowers are monoecious. Plants that separately bear staminate flowers and pistillate flowers are dioecious. Remember the picture. Don't go to memorize the definition. Question number 15. Question number 15. Which of the following is not a characteristic of human hormones? Human hormones. First tell me, what are the characteristics of human hormones? What are the characteristics? Number one, they are all organic compounds. They are all organic. Number one, organic compounds. Number two, just a small amount is enough. You don't need them in large amount. Small concentration is enough. Small concentration. Number three, they are produced at one site. They act at another site. Produce at one site, act at another site. Produce in one site, act in another site. What else you can tell? They stimulate target organs and cells. They stimulate target organs and cells. And finally, they are transported by blood. Again tell me from beginning. What are the properties? What are the characteristics of hormones? Number one, they are all organic compounds. Open the mouth and tell. They are all organic compounds. Number two, just a small concentration is enough. Number three, produced at one site, act on another site. Next, they stimulate target organs and cells. Number five, they are transported by blood. Again, open the mouth and tell louder. Now, with this, you finish off the hormones, their properties. What are the properties of hormones? Number one, they are all organic compounds. Number two, just a small concentration is enough. Number three, they are produced at one site, they act on another site. Next, they stimulate target organs and cells. Last, transported by. Now they are asking what? Which one is not a characteristic of human hormone? Small amount is sufficient, correct. Transported by blood, correct. Site of production and the site of action are same, it seems. They are produced at one side, they act on another side, not same side. Third one is wrong. Fourth one, stimulate only target organs. Yes. So these three are properties. Another one, they are produced at one side, act on another side. Additional, only one more property is missing here. Transported, only what is missing here? Organic. They are all organic. Here itself you can memorize. They are all organic. Just a small amount is sufficient. Produced at one side, act on another side. Transported by blood, stimulate target organs and cells. So that question has all the properties. Right. Next question. Which of the following is not a characteristic of image formed by convex mirror? On mirrors and lenses, I have summarized all their properties already. Mirrors and lenses. Will one more time summarize about what mirror they are talking? Convex mirror. Convex mirror. Convex mirror. Properties of convex mirror and properties of concave lens, both are same. Opposite connection. Convex mirror, concave lens are same. Their properties are same. Try to tell their properties. Remember, their properties are mostly opposite to the properties of magnifying glass. Can you remember I taught you all magnifying glass condition and this one's conditions are opposite in connection. Most of the things are opposite. Convex mirror, concave lens. What are their properties? Now magnifying glass produces a enlarged image. Anyone knows that? Magnifying glass, enlarged image. What here opposite? What image? Diminished image. Diminished image. Next one, you can't build it as connection. This is upright image. It forms upright image. Upright image. And finally, remember virtual image. Virtual image. Okay. Convex mirror, concave lens, both their properties are same. Diminished image, magnifying glass produces enlarged image. Here, diminished image comes. Upright image, virtual image. Upright image, virtual image. Now, what's the question telling? Which of the following is not a characteristics of image produced by convex mirror? Reduced in size, it's a property, diminished image. Laterally inverted, any mirror will do lateral inversion. No, plane mirror, lateral inversion take place. Convex mirror, lateral inversion take place. Concave mirror, lateral inversion take place. Any mirror, lateral inversion will take place. That is correct. Real image, tell me, real image or virtual image? Virtual image. So that is wrong. Upright image, that is correct. Answer is answer 3, real image. Question number 17. Select the plants with natural parthenogenesis. What is this parthenogenesis means? If you understand the name, then you can answer that. What is parthenogenesis means? What is parthenogenesis? Yes, parthenocarpy, both are same. What is parthenogenesis mean? Dangerous. Simply, it's like this. Fertilization take place. Fertilization take place. Am I lagging? Check one. Am I lagging? No. Hurry. What is parthenocarpy or parthenogenesis take place mean? Parthenogenesis means fertilization. Without fertilization, fruits are formed. That is parthenogenesis. No need of fertilization. Without fertilization, fruits are formed. Now, usually, for the plants to produce their fruits, fertilization should take place. But parthenocarpy, parthenogenesis means no need fertilization. Without fertilization, fruits are formed. So, is it possible? Yes, it is possible. That's why we are learning. In parthenogenesis, without fertilization, fruits are formed. Ehenang, you all tell me, no fertilization nang, can it have seeds? Can it have seeds? No. Why? Seeds are formed from fertilized ovule. Fertilized ovule only develop into seed. No fertilization means no fertilized ovule. No fertilized ovule means no seeds. Usually this is done using artificial growth substances. Usually by artificial you can do this. Now, if you go to the supermarket and buy some grapes, you go to the supermarket and buy some grapes. Grapes, guava. Grapes. When you go to the supermarket and buy some grapes. Have you seen inside some grapes, seeds are not there? Some apples are there, seeds are not there. Some oranges are there, seeds are not there. Why? Artificial growth substances. Even before it does fertilization, by naturally, we try to produce the fruits there. Without fertilization, fruits are formed. You think, however, it won't have seeds. But that is artificial. Using artificial growth substance, you are doing it, that is artificial. Naturally also, some plants can do. Then you all tell me, if the plant does natural parthenocopy, can it have seed inside? Can it have seed inside? No. Seed can't be there. Now you need to find out from this answer which one doesn't have seeds. Tell me which one doesn't have seeds? Naturally, yeah? Which one doesn't have seeds? Think of the comparison where no seeds are present. Answer 3. Pineapple and banana. Now apple can come as the answer if it is artificial. Grapes can come as the answer if it is artificial. Now, naturally, pineapple and banana, no seeds. Okay. Question 18. Which of the following response represent correct sequence in the decreasing order of wavelength of electromagnetic waves? Look at the board. Question 18. Electromagnetic waves. Listen very carefully. Gamma rays, right, in short. X-ray, ultraviolet radiation, visible light, infrared radiation, IR, microwaves, radio waves. These are the electromagnetic waves we have. Remember, from gamma to radio, from this corner to that corner, from gamma to radio, frequency decreases. Gamma to radio, frequency decreases. When frequency decreases, opposite happens to the wavelength. When frequency decreases, opposite will happen to the wavelength. Then you all tell me, frequency decreasing now, what will happen to the wavelength? Increase. Wavelength increase. Now radio wave, it has a very long wavelength. That's why it's used for long distance communication. No loss there. Very long wavelength. Gamma ray is not like that. Wavelength is very short. Frequency is very high, unstable, high energy. Radio wave is very long wavelength. Frequency is very low, so it's very stable. You can use for long distance communication. So remember, gamma to radio, frequency decreases, wavelength increases. Now what's the question asking? Which of the following response represent the correct sequence in decreasing order of wavelength? Decreasing order of wavelength means high to low. High to low. High radio waves have very high wavelength. So from this side to this side, you need to check the order. High to low. This side wavelength increases, then opposite side wavelength decreases. High to low decreasing order. From radio to this side, you need to check the order. Which one? If you start from ultraviolet, you need to continue this side. Then only X-ray and gamma can come. If you start from ultraviolet, then only X-ray and gamma can come. Visible light, no, it can't come. Second one, if you start from X-ray, high to low, no? If you start from X-ray, only gamma can come. Only gamma can come. Then second one also wrong. Third one, if you start from IR, here, visible, UV, X-ray, gamma, all can come. Visible, UV, X-ray, gamma. IR, visible, UV, X-ray, yes, that's correct. Answer is answer 3. Fourth one, if you start from visible, next UV, X-ray, gamma can come. Can IR come? No, IR can't come. Answer is answer 3. Okay. 19th question. Location of smooth muscle tissues are. What are the places here? Smooth muscle tissue. Face, in the face, what muscle tissues are there? What muscle tissues are there? Remember, your facial muscles are skeletal muscle tissue, skeletal muscle tissue. It becomes fatigue easily, it becomes tired easily. That's why when your friend is continuously telling a joke, you laugh for some time and you feel a pain there. Why you feel a pain? It becomes fatigue easily. What becomes fatigue easily? Skeletal muscle tissue. Face is skeletal muscle tissue. Wall of heart, you all tell me. Heart. Heart is made of what muscle tissue? Heart is made of what muscle tissue? None other than cardiac muscle tissue. Keep that in mind. None other than cardiac muscle tissue. Only cardiac is there. Wall of uterus, yes, smooth muscle tissue. Wall of blood vessel, smooth muscle tissue. Most of the walls are smooth muscle tissue. Now, wall of heart is, however, cardiac. Most of the other walls are smooth muscle tissue. C and D. C and D is answer. Okay. Answer is answer 3. 20th question. Now, yesterday, the previous class, we started with the 20th question, which means we have done all the 40 questions. What's the difference between virtual and real? Virtual images, you can't take it to a screen. Real images, you can take to a screen. Screen screen means a white something, a white paper, white cloth, white wall, something like that. Now, if you take a projector's image, you can focus to a screen. Projector's image, you can focus to a screen. It's real. Now, you go stand in front of the mirror. Can you take that image to a screen? Can you run inside the mirror and keep a screen inside and take it to a screen? Can you take it to a screen? Can you take it to screen? No, you can't. That is a virtual image. But I'll teach a shortcut. Keep this in mind. Now you need to find real and virtual for lenses and mirrors. Keep this in mind. In mirror, listen. In mirror, let's take any mirror. You can take concave mirror, convex mirror, or even plane mirror, whatever the mirror you have. If object is there in one side, image is there in another side, that is virtual. Object on one side, image on another side, virtual. If object in this side, image is also there in the same side. Object and image are there in the same side. I'll write it there. Object and the image in the same side. Ehinang, that image is real. In a mirror, object in one side, image in another side, virtual. Object and image in same side, real. This for mirror. Opposite comes for the lens. Opposite comes for the lens. Any lens you take, convex lens, concave lens, whatever the lens you want, you can take. Object on one side, image on another side, now real. Opposite. Object and image on the same side, now that is virtual. That's for a lens. You memorize only one. Mirror you memorize and keep it. Object in one side, image in another side, that is virtual. Object and image in same side, real. Opposite come for the lens. Okay. This shortcut you can keep in mind. With that you can find out. Huh? Send me the full marks. Send me your full marks. Full marks. Those who did only this, then send me out of 20 separately. Good. Very good. Superb. With that, now our support seminar paper is fully done. 2019 paper we were doing, I think until 20 questions. First 20 questions we are done. Another 20 questions are remaining there. Right? Tomorrow is Friday, and tomorrow we have the session. So tomorrow again we will touch the 2019 paper. And next week, I won't be able to do night session because next week fully I'm occupied with seminars. Starting from Monday until the next Monday. It's continuous run, right? Every day night we have kept for the traveling. Morning hours we have kept for the seminar. That's how it's planned. Monday starting from Kagol. Monday Kagol. Tuesday Candy. Wednesday we have to go to Batiklo after the Candy seminar. Wednesday Batiklo. After that again come back to Colombo. So Wednesday night we are traveling back to Colombo. Thursday it's Kotehena, and Friday Vattala. Saturday Sunday normal classes as usual. Again Monday we have to travel to Gaul. So night class is impossible during that slot, right? In the next week we will not have night classes. After that I will fully catch you all. After that all the seminars are done, your theory classes are done. I will fully catch you all until your exam. Exam means government will tell us to stop all the classes a certain day. Most of the time it is 10th. Most of the time 10. 1 week prior, 10th night again they will tell us to stop all the classes. Until that night, I'll do. Right? We are going to go. Right? With that support seminar paper is done. Tomorrow I'll meet you all again with 2019 O-level paper. Keep working.